Hey everyone, it's the Miserable Movie Man back once again with another video. I actually haven't been to the cinema in a while now, so there's not too many cinema movies for me to review. But I did recently finish watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I am a big Game of Thrones fan. I also liked House of the Dragon. And I wanted to give you my thoughts on the show. I thought the show was a good show. It was a nice introduction. I haven't read the books, but I hear it's fairly faithful to the books. But definitely a slow burn, a slow start. Picked up pretty well at the end. I thought the sort of setting and the cinematography and the set design and the direction were all first class, top notch. I really enjoyed that. It really did bring me into that world. I did get a bit confused by the characters quite a bit with their names and who was who and what was going on. I didn't even realize that some of the royals were, children and their fathers and brothers and all of this stuff. But it was, one of those shows where it starts off pretty slow and there are areas and elements you think, is this driving the plot? Do I need to see this? But it does pick up the pace significantly in the second half of the season. I'll say that they're and spoiler alert, by the way, if you haven't seen it, go watch it and then come back to the video. But the large battle at the end was insane. That was so well shot. It was very tense, the way that they had their in-person point of view camera going on to see how it was. Even just the wide shots when they were jousting, just to see the way that the horses ran and the lances broke and people fell off the horse. That was really well done, in my opinion. I think that was probably the best we've seen on screen for that type of fighting. And Dunk and Egg are likable characters. I thought Egg was a little bit annoying, a bit of a whiny brat to begin with, but he sort of grows on you. Dunk immediately is someone that you root for, and I like the fact that they didn't portray him to be some all-conquering superhero type guy. He makes a lot of mistakes. He's not the smartest guy. Fairly downtrodden, hard on his luck type character. And there was a full episode explaining that. I thought, did we need the full episode? Not really. It could be done in a shorter time period. But, overall, it was a good show. I prefer more intrigue. So, the sort of political machinations and all of the backstabbing going on in Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon is more my cup of tea. This is really more a case of let's follow a character we like, see what kind of mess that he gets himself into and a few fights and stuff. And it's brutal, it's hardcore. There's a lot of, very much in your face, no holds barred gore going on. And maybe that's good. Maybe that's what people wanted. Maybe that's apt for this type of show and the series of books that it's based on. But overall, I did enjoy it. I didn't think it was as strong as House of the Dragon. It didn't pull me in. The characters, other than Dunk and maybe one or two others, weren't as gripping to me as the folks in House of the Dragon, and certainly not Game of Thrones. And I think you can make that point. I mean, Game of Thrones season 1 was very slow build, a very slow burn. They spent ages trying to get anywhere, and it was really like the shocking ending that made a difference. But Game of Thrones season 1 was never seen before, and they had to try and establish something. So, as I said, the direction great, cinematography great, costume great, acting was good as well. Acting was well done from all parties involved. But it didn't grip me from start to finish. Yeah, I did finish it and I wanted to end it and finish, see what happens. But it wasn't, it's one of those shows that I couldn't get enough of. But a decent start. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10 for me, maybe 6.5. But fairly short video on that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you seen it? Did you enjoy it? Do you see the twist coming with the characters? If you read the books, of course, you would have. Did you know what was going on? And what did you think? As usual, please like, share, and subscribe to help support the channel. And catch you next time.